Welcome back, YouTube. Today we are going to make BRISTLEBOTS. If that looked like something you'd like to make, we're going to do that today. I want to show you some of the things that we have to have. Going to have an old toothbrush. I cut the head off of an old toothbrush. It helps a lot if the bristles are all mashed and spread out, but it will work either way. So I have a couple here. We're going to make a couple of BRISTLEBOTS. You need a battery. This is a watch type battery. This particular battery is a 357. I've got one for each bot. And then you need the little cell phone motors, the vibrators. Now I bought these new, but you can get these out of old cell phones if you'll take them apart carefully. And this is the thing that would buzz whenever your phone is on buzz. More of the newer cell phones are coming out with this kind of buzzer. And so it also vibrates as well. And it's just a little flat disc looking thing. You can get these out of old devices and old cell phones, or you can order them new from Amazon. Also got a variety of pipe cleaners, depends on what colors you want. And I'm going to use Scotch tape. Now, the clear tape, this is 3/4 inches wide, and that's going to be a little too wide for this application. I'm going to use some tape that looks like it's about a 1/2 inch wide. It's a lot narrower than this. With these little bots, you don't have a lot of room for a lot of tape. So I'm using a narrower, smaller tape. All right, and this I know appeals to little kids. Little hands may have a harder time with this, and they may need a little bit more help than the bigger kids would. So the first thing we're going to do is tape the motor to the bristles, and we're going to leave plenty of room over here for the battery to sit. Actually, I think I'm going to put the motor on this end. So we tape it using clear tape. There we go. With these motors, one wire goes on one side and one wire touches the other side. It doesn't matter which side. I'm going to test the motor to see if it's going to work. Oh yeah, it's going to definitely work. This has got some insulation stripped off of it, but again, not very much. And these are very, very small, delicate wires. You can compare the two. This is what it looks like when it comes from the factory, and then I've stripped off some insulation here. Basically a little square piece of tape, and we're going to tape one of the wires to one side of the battery. Again, it doesn't matter which color or which side. You can see I've got the blue wire taped onto that side. Now I'm going to tape that battery down like this, where the other side of the battery is on top. Now I cannot, with my tape, I cannot cover all of that up, because if I do, then I don't have any metal there for the other wire to fit on. So I've got to tape it down, but I've got to leave some room for the other wire. So I'm going to take a piece of tape and some scissors, and I'm going to cut that piece of tape hot dog style, long ways. And now I'm going to use that to tape the battery in place so it won't be moving around. The tape covers this part, but half of it is empty, open right there. So now if I take this red wire and touch that side, this motor should work. And you can see it is. And you tape that on there, and that little dude will go till the battery runs down. The problem is, with all this metal on top, these BRISTLEBOTS get to be pretty heavy. So you either have to spread out the bristles, or you can do like I did, put some legs on it and that kind of keeps it stable while it's jittering around. Insects have 6 legs, so I'm going to cut out 6 legs. There's 6 little fuzzy legs. Now I'm going to put a little bend on them right here, and that's what I'm going to glue. It's like a little L. It's very hard to see, but I bent the wire in there, and I'm going to glue it on the side of the robot like that. So I'm going to bend all the legs and have them ready to glue on. We're going to use hot glue for that. Okay, now I'm going to put some hot glue on the side. All the way down the side. And then we're going to stick the legs on. Now we're going to do the other side the same way. Put the legs on, and then put some more hot glue on it to hold the legs in place. So I'm going to have some blue antenna. I'm going to cut off a piece right in the area underneath the motor. Now you want to keep in mind that you don't want that glue on that motor, because if the glue gets on that motor, it'll stop it from turning. And then you can bend your antenna up, and now I have antenna. I put some hot glue here on the fuzzy of the antenna and glued 2 jiggly eyeballs on it. And we take the red wire down, and this thing should take off. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. There's more to come.